Merhaba, hoş geldiniz. Özlem from Özlem's Turkish Table here. Today I'd love to show you my childhood favorite food. So this is dolma, as we say in Turkish, stuffed peppers, courgettes and aubergine, and sarma, stuffed wine leaves. I grew up eating this food. That really is my childhood on a plate. And it's actually much easier than you think. We Turks love dolma, stuffed vegetables, and we can literally stuff any large vegetable or any large leaves, and so you can. So I would like to show you step by step how we do it and give you some ideas for variations too. So this is how the end product will be. And I made a mixture of that, karışık dolma, because my good friend kindly let me use some of her wine leaves. So my mother used to do that, mixing dolma and sarma together. So that's how we will do it. You can use variety of fillings in dolma. I'm gonna use long grain rice here. You could opt to use bulgur. Bulgur is much easier to find these days. Due to COVID-19, we don't get as many stuff as we used to get, as you may all know, but bulgur is. And for instance, this is from my cookery book, Özlem's Turkish Table, stuffed peppers and courgettes with bulgur and pomegranate molasses, a really nice recipe. So you can use bulgur instead of rice. I'll be making mine with minced beef. I'm using it, but you can opt not to use meat, and instead you can make the vegetarian version. You could add lots of grated onions, garlic, dill, chopped dill, parsley, pine nuts, small currants, as we call the kuş üzümü. That could make a really nice filling. In some parts of Turkey, southern part of Turkey, we also add chickpeas in our dolma. Chickpeas is fantastic, and it makes a lovely filling too. You can mix it with minced meat, or you can again keep it vegetarian and leave it out. Perhaps add peppers or mushrooms instead. Right, let's do the way we do with the long grain rice. First, I will wash the rice. So I'm gonna put on my little sieve and give a little wash to get rid of the starch on the bowl. So we wash that, rinse get rid of the excess water, and I have a bigger bowl that I will put everything together, and here it is. I have my bowl here, so I'll add my rice here that is washed, and I will add my grated onion. Onion is fantastic, so good for you, and it has such incredible flavor to dolma too. So we add the onion, chopped parsley, flat leaf parsley is good, as well as curly parsley is good, whatever you can get hold of. You can add dill here too if you like. Dill is fantastic. Minced meat, I'm adding meat to mine because that's how my children enjoy it, but without meat is lovely too. A drizzle of olive oil, about a tablespoonful, add flavor and blend it all together. Some salt and pepper. Sea salt is always best to use when cooking because it's not processed and it's all natural, and it's good ground of black pepper. In southern Turkey, they actually also add dried mint too. For instance, in this one, there is a bit of dried mint too if you want to add it for that nice refreshing flavor. And now, I already washed my hands, but I'll wash one more time because it's really good to go hands-on to mix everything with your hands. Without your hands, if you only use spoon, it's really doesn't work for everything to blend. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wash my hands again. Blend everything in. Perfect. Right. Now, so we have the onion, we have the chopped parsley, washed rice, mint, and my seasoning here. And as I said, I grew up eating this food. You know, dolma was one of my favorite things to eat. As a matter of fact, my first word was dolma. According to Mom, I liked it so much, I suppose. And it's a, you know, communal event making dolma at home. You know, especially in Antakya, even today. Everyone gathers, family. Some would prepare the filling. Some would scoop out the vegetables, prepare the vegetables. Some would prepare the leaves, if any leaves to be used, and everyone gathers around the table and make this lovely food. With the current situation, of course, we are all at home and we can't have that opportunity, but my children helps. I'm very lucky. As a matter of fact, my daughter is videoing this nice recipe for me, so many thanks, Emma Gülce. Right, so everything is blended well. I'm happy with that, so I'm gonna wash my hands again here. And I'll show you actually my good friend very kindly let me share her wine leaves. So these were wine leaves in brine. So she gave me a few, and I made some previously as in the photo, but I wanted to show you how to do wine leaves. So if it's in the brine, please take out the packaging and soak your wine leaves in a nice big bowl in cold water at least 2 or 3 times, and change the water so that you get rid of all the excess brine. And then turn your leaf at the matte side facing towards you. Let's grab a spoon and then have a spoon, sort of almost spoonful of filling, and then we'll start rolling. So we will first fold in the sides, and then we will start rolling, keeping on folding the sides like a tight log. Fold everything in and you end up having this nice tight log. And always put your stuffed wine leaf, sarma, with the seam side down. Let's try again. So let's have the filling in. Don't overfill it. It's very tempting, I know. I tend to do that too. Put your side bits and the front of the leaf, and then start rolling it. As you roll, tuck in the sides. Tuck in the sides and make a nice tight log. Perfect. And sort of pack in tightly too. Let's do one more. Have our filling here, and then I'm putting the leaf over, and then start having the sides and start rolling like a tight log. And as I do that, I tuck in all the end bits, and you end up with this lovely roll. So I'm putting them together, and here I also have some vegetables that we could make use. First of all, courgettes. We love courgettes, kabak as we say it. And when we make dolma, we not only use the shell to make dolma, the scooped flesh also is very useful to use in bulgur and courgette rice, kabaklash as we say in Turkish. So when I scoop out the flesh, I won't get rid of that flesh. I will keep it. See, these are the ones that I scooped out earlier for to get rid of the video, to get ready for the video today. So I saved it. I didn't get rid of that. So let's pop this here and I'll show you how to take out that flesh. In Turkey we have a lovely long handled gadget similar to this that we use to scoop out the flesh of our vegetables when we make dolma. I had one, but with moving houses I can't locate where it is, so I'm just using this potato peeler actually. So you can use your potato peeler, or you can use a small spoon to gently scoop out the inside flesh of your vegetable. Please take care, don't go all the way to the bottom, because we want to make sure the bottom is intact. It's not broken, so that the filling can stay in. And doing that, perfect. Getting rid of that. Perfect. As you see, we got the majority of that flesh out. That's good. So we got the flesh out, perfect. And this is the aubergine I've done earlier, and I took out the flesh, and as you know, aubergine immediately discolors, so that's fine. It's because I've done it about half an hour ago. I put a bit of salt to it, but once it's cooked it'll be perfectly fine. And peppers, so I cut the top of the pepper. I kept it because I would like to put it as a cap when I do fill my filling. And I got rid of all the seeds, and I did the same for the green one. Right, so we're saving this because I will have another YouTube video that I'll make that lovely bulgur with courgettes and chopped tomatoes and onions for you. So I'll do that tomorrow actually, so I'll save that here. And let's have our dolmas and prepare the rest of our vegetables. I might need a smaller spoon, so I'm gonna go ahead and stuff my vegetables here, and try not to overfill. Even this is quite a lot, so always sort of make sure to leave about a centimeter or so at the top. You can put a sliced tomato at the top. I didn't have with me today, so I couldn't do, but always leave some space so that the rice would have a chance to cook. And put straight up like that. And let's have our lovely courgette to it. Wonderful. Yes, you know, so many things can be filling. I made a vegetarian version with diced sauteed peppers, garlic, onions and mushrooms. That made a really nice filling. I added chickpeas to that vegetarian filling too, if you like. Right, let's have our peppers. So there's about 110 grams of meat and similar amount of medium long grain rice here. That makes about 20 or so stuffed wine leaves, or about 3 peppers and 2 courgettes or so, depending on how big your courgettes and peppers are. The stuffed peppers and courgette with bulgur and cabbage leaves are in my cookery book, Özlem's Turkish Table. Signed copies are available via GB Publishing, and it's actually delivered worldwide, all around the world. You can check out at my website, özlemsturkishtable.com. So I leave some space there, and I'm gonna cap it with the top of the pepper here. She looks really cute too. Right, let's have the cap of this lovely pepper too. And then once we've done that. I'll have some water here. The water needs to cover at least half of the vegetable. What happens here though, what I'll do is I will actually have my little, if you only have a few leaves, you can cap them on top of your dolmas like that, because I will be putting about water about half of until the water reaches half of the vegetables. Right. Okay, and I'll drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there. Some people add a bit of tomato paste too. We do that also in especially we make bulgur. We do it with bulgur. And then I'll turn medium to high heat, and once it starts bubbling and boiling away, and I'll cover it and I'll turn the heat down, and it will need to cook for about 45 to 50 minutes. You need to make sure the vegetables are cooked and the filling is cooked thoroughly, and you can serve with a dollop of yogurt by the side. It's absolutely delightful, and you should have this at the end. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you feel comfortable enough to be able to make it. If you have any questions, reach me on Instagram and Facebook at Özlem's Turkish Table, or please leave a comment here for me. I will also leave my recipe links here on my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy it. Afiyet olsun.